So we'll go back to 1989. I was going to Maryville High School. Matt was going, I think, to Sweet Home. He actually went to my prom.
I dated a girl that went to his high school and met through a handshake. And Anthony had this very distinctive feature because he's 5'4", but in high school he had Richard Grieco hair that was like this high. That made him like 5'8".
Shook his hand and that was it. Never saw him again. That was in June of '89. We graduated. In August, I moved out to California because my brother was here. My brother hooked me up with a job waiting tables.
And then unknowingly, we both moved to California and I walked into Baker Square off El Toro Road and he was waiting tables there. And the reason I recognized him is he still had that high hair.
Who's sitting at a table, I don't know if it was in my station or not, is Matt.
So I went up to him and introduced myself.
So from that day, we became best friends and we were hanging out all the time.
I had the idea, I was 19 years old, and I read Entrepreneur Magazine.
And he's like, hey, Anth, I was reading this magazine, I think it was Entrepreneur Magazine, I saw an ad how to start a restaurant delivery company.
There was a small company doing it in Herndon, Virginia, and I thought, what a great idea. I have no money, I can get a car, mobile phone, and take orders and deliver them to office buildings.
And I'm like, no way. And he's like, yeah, he goes, I'm gonna drive around with my cell phone, people are gonna call me on it, to order food. I'm gonna call the restaurant, and I'm gonna go pick it up and deliver it. And I'm like, oh, really? And so I'm like, dude, that sounds crazy. What happens if you get multiple calls? And then we had all these questions. And so we decided, he's like, hey, let's just go into business together. Let's research it. And so we did. Went to Entrepreneur Magazine, and they had an actual kit on how to start a restaurant delivery company. And so we bought that, and we spent time and energy and working on that.
Anthony and Matt come to me with Matt's idea and says, people are gonna call us and we're gonna deliver from restaurants to homes and businesses and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I'm not really sure if this is actually gonna work, but I was in year 7 of my 4-year degree at Cal State Fullerton. So I figured it was a good time to, take a chance.
We're all going to school, and I'm not sure if Matt was going to school, but we were almost done, and we decided to drop out and start the business. 3 Motorola radios, we got a fax machine, and we signed 6 restaurants in Irvine, and we opened.
It's not every day that a group of college students start a business that really takes off, but that's exactly what happened to 3 Cal State Fullerton business students. So much so that they quit school to concentrate on what they really want to do, make money. In this good old Orange County segment, OCN's Beth Bingham found their Laguna Hills business is delivering success.
We deliver from Chinese to Persian to Mexican, Italian. We do all California pizza kitchens in Orange County. We do Fridays, Chili's, Spoons, a whole bunch more Pepinos. We have probably all top quality restaurants in all the areas we're in.
Anthony and myself were out there driving. Mike was dispatching. We ran the office out of like a 123 square foot office. Now we built the company to 35 employees.
And we just started small, and we kept all of our jobs at night so that we could, survive. Because we were in the beginning, it was like, we'd be in the poorhouse.
When I first started working for Restaurants on the Run, I was their bookkeeper, their first bookkeeper. The partners were doing all the books themselves.
I started as a driver. Since then, I've covered shift leader position, PM dispatch, AM dispatch.
When I started at Restaurants on the Run, I was a driver.
AM dispatch / GM, GM of South, GM of North.
I first got hired with Takeout Technologies and working with Matt Martha. That was the offshoot, kind of the sister company to Restaurants on the Run.
GM of South, regional manager of Orange County, regional manager of Orange County in San Francisco.
I came on board as a dispatcher. I was working with another company at the time. Restaurants on the Run bought out the assets to that company. They got rid of everything except for me.
And then regional manager of all the sites.
When I started here at Restaurants on the Run, I started actually as a driver.
And then just recently, we added a new regional manager, so I'm just West Coast.
Started as a driver, kind of worked my way up, worked with Matt doing field marketing, going door to door. Every office in North Orange County, I think we hit up.
Everything in operation I've done except director of operations, that's it.
When we started the business, it was the 3 of us. We didn't really know a lot about business. We knew about people, and we knew about relationships. And those relationships were really with each other, but also with our employees, most importantly.
The culture of Rota right now is, I think it's about family.
It's always been family. Sometimes you got those brothers and sisters you want to beat up, but it's always been family.
It's collaborative. Obviously, there's a lot of opportunity here for people.
I'm not a number at Restaurants on the Run. I'm Jeff Smith. That's why I work here.
As this company's grown and the years that we've been in business, so many people that get married, so many people at my wedding were from Restaurants on the Run, including Mike, Matt, and Anthony. Those are such great to be able to have so many of those people that you kind of really grow up with and start working with, really be at those great life events.
I think the biggest thing is, especially with Mike, he's always been there to help me with weight loss issues. I was really big. I'm still big, but I was bigger, and Mike really tried to get me to take the MAP process and attribute that to, or use that for weight loss. And we did it for a little while and it didn't work out, because my own stuff going on. But he stuck with it, and over the years, he's really tried to be there for me in that aspect. I finally won a gym membership at a company party, and he came alongside me and was like, congratulations. Really stepping it up to try to be that man that takes care of his employees.
When I first came into the company, my first experience meeting everybody was before I even started. They were having kind of a picnic barbecue out back, and they told me to come on down, bring my son, come meet everybody. And I was a 19-year-old single mom at the time. So I was really nervous, bringing him in. What are they going to say? And I walked in with him on my hip. And the first thing they did, all three owners came up, arms out. They just wanted to throw football with my son. I'm like, he's not even 2, But they're like, oh my gosh, what's his name? And I'm like, Tony. And of course, Anthony's like, Anthony, his name's Anthony. But it was such an incredible feeling. It really felt like a family. And I'm like, wow, I've found the right job, and ever since that moment, I just wanted to give back to them the feeling that they give me when I started.
My name is Drizzy, and I ain't perfect, but I work hard, so I deserve it, and I belong right where you see me. Ain't on the fence about it, I ain't Mr. Feeney.
Restaurants on the Run?
Yes, sir.
We've been with you guys for 20 years. Do you know that?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Since the beginning.
Since the beginning. Yep, 20 years with the 3 boys that are now men. Anyway, you got everything going right here? Okay, great. Okay, so you just box it up. Ryan will check it off with you. Okay, thank you. Make sure it gets there nice and hot.
Oh, you know it will. My name is Drizzy, and I ain't perfect, but I work hard, so I deserve it.
How do you feel? I'll try it all. All right. Do you ever get food delivery at your office that you're in? No. Okay. Well, if you do, Restaurants on the Run. I will then. We're a food delivery solution for corporate America. Okay. Have a great day, sir. Thank you, you too. I always got to get new customers. You never know when the opportunity arises for new customers, even in an elevator.
And I guarantee the cameraman will still be snapping candids of you and your posse party and drinking what you get handed with your Virgin Islands hands all looking like you just landed. I don't really understand it, I'm not sure I'm comprehending, but these girls are having fun with whoever's money they spend is screaming. I got to be unstoppable. I got to be unstoppable.
And that is how you do it. Here's your invoice for you, ma'am. Can I help you with anything else? No job is finished until Artie is taken care of. We're good.
When I first came in, and they really did have some systems in place for accounting, but they didn't really know what to do with it.
I walked in and I saw Matt and Mike sitting there. I was a little intimidated. I was 18 years old. They kind of look at me, they kind of look me up and down. They come up and they say, "You got a car?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got a car." They're like, "You got black shoes?" "Yeah, I got some black shoes." They're like, "You're hired."
They hid it up like in the rafters, and they had a safe. They threw things in. It was crazy how they managed the money.
Back when I started, Mike dispatching and Matt and Anthony in their little blue Honda Civics doing deliveries, the little Italian mafia guys running around in their cars with the green bags.
Drivers would drop money at different places, at the office and at some restaurants. They had like little safes in the restaurants, and then they would have to go pick them up, and sometimes they'd get calls like, "You need to pick up the money out of the safe because I can't get it closed anymore."
It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun back then, sitting behind Gina's Pizza. Village Ham and Deli was our first restaurants right there, hitting golf balls into the creek and waiting for orders, playing Terminator 2 all day.
As important it was to get the money, they weren't necessarily real good about getting it all the time.
Caito originally, it was his passion. You know, just seeing him, I'm 18 years old, and seeing him pull out his last remaining hairs out of his head and put his fist through the wall because an order was 15 minutes late.
As I was walking into the meeting, these guys seemed to have a little bit of a dialogue going, and so I sat down and was just kind of trying to get up to speed on the dialogue. Well, about 4 or 5 seconds after that, Caito proceeds to pick up a computer monitor and throws it against a wall because these two kind of are arguing. And so at that point, I just kind of said, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and excuse myself, and I'm gonna go ahead and come back in 15 or 20 minutes.
There was a time that somebody kept writing us
bad checks over and over again, and and they would like change the name. They
would give a bogus phone number and the same address. So
we finally caught on to this, and one night we're here, the three of us, and we see that this guy actually places an order. It might have been a different name. I don't know what it was, and we knew we saw that it was going to the place that was always crushing us.
So we went up. The three of us went up to this person's house and knocked on their door and confronted them. And
we walked into his house and he literally had nothing except for a television set. And so in order to get our money,
we walked in, took their TV and left. And so like an hour later, somebody called our office and we were like, hey, these
three guys came here. They looked like they were Italians from New York. They looked like they were the mafia. They came and they took our TV.
And the next day we got a call and received all the funds for the bad checks.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Guts is what's caused this company to last as long as it has. I think the owners have been really brave to put a lot of stuff on the line and really get where they're at. And I think that that's what's, along with that maturity and the outside businesses that we've partnered with, the MAP process and stuff like that, really making sure we have the right people in the right positions and being that company that's gonna succeed.
It's the people. There's been some great people over the years here that have really built this company. A lot of the guys I grew up with here, drivers, Jeff Winkle, Ryan Flower, some of these names that just really help fuel the company growth.
We deliver food for the most part, that's kind of what we do, but the level of engagement in doing that and how we want to be so perfect about it all the time, I think is really what carried us, through, the first 10 years, 15 years, and now into our 20th year.
I just think we've, sort of gotten more organized. I mean, I think back in the day, I think it was always about getting it done, no matter what it took. And we're still highly resourceful now, but I think it's just a little bit more of an organized effort. People understand their role a little bit better, and just the infrastructure is there to support us better.
Continue to hire people that people have stayed. They've hired people that cared. There's a lot of people in this company who have been here a fairly long time. Part of it is just making sure that they had that culture again. It comes back to the people.
It's the people, great people that we work with. They've just done a good job of keeping the culture true to who we are. Not, saying that we're this, but we're really not. I mean, we really are what we say we are.
It's all about our people. I mean, we've got, you just interviewed Ruth. She's been here, 18 years. Melanie, Heather. There's people that have shown us and helped us along the way to get to where we are. And I'm a firm believer in bringing in people that are smarter than us.
The people that we have working for us have helped us through that growth. I mean, they've been able to battle these recessions, and we've had to cut, and we've had months or quarters where we're not having a bonus or increases in pay, and our team really remains strong through these recessions, and now we're growing and back on track.
And the other thing I could attribute to it is MAP. I want to give a plug out to MAP, Management Action Plan, and Lee Frostheiser. I mean, they were a big part of why Restaurants on the Run made it past 10 years, actually.
It's been incredible, but even besides all of that, I think about the changes in everyone's life that have been a part of the company and watching everybody grow. And whether it's, there's so many of us now that are married and have children, and Restaurants on the Run has been a component or a pillar, so to speak, in a lot of our lives to actually help us achieve the things that we're trying to do. And there's people here we have people that are married that met here. I sometimes think about how many people have come through Restaurants on the Run as drivers or employees over the last 20 years. And we've been a part of a lot of lives. And I hope that, a positive part.
Michael, Anthony, Matt, I just want to say thank you so much for all your hard work in the past 20 years. You've grown an amazing company. There's fantastic people working here who really enjoy their jobs and enjoy being part of this family that you've created.
Matt, Mike, and Anthony, congratulations on hitting this enormous milestone of 20 years in business. It's rare to find a company that can do that in this day and age, that kind of long-term success. So I congratulate you all. I want to thank you for the opportunities that you've given me, my family, in terms of my own growth and development. Your company helped introduce me to my wife, and which spawned our couple of children. So I thank you for that sometimes.
Congratulations, Mike, Anthony, Matt, future success, and thank you for everything that you've done for us so far. LA's still the best site.
Congratulations, Mike, Matt, and Anthony, and the entire Restaurants on the Run team on 20 years. It's an amazing accomplishment, and you know, cheers. Hopefully 20 plus more.
I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for the three guys. You know, I wouldn't have a house. I wouldn't, you know, be where I'm at today.
They're good people. It's you know, it's been great to work with them, and they're very positive.
It's been a fun ride. You know, thank you so much for everything you've done for me and for my family and for my career. I can't thank you guys enough, and I can't be more proud to work for you guys. And congratulations on 20 years. I look forward to the next 20. Thanks, guys.
Congratulations, starting a great company and being really great owners, and we definitely appreciate what you've all done for us.
Congratulations, Matt, Michael, and Anthony, on your 20-year anniversary. I'm so happy for you guys, and I feel really privileged to be part of a company that has been so successful. So, cheers to the next 20 years.
Happy anniversary, Rotor. I want to just tell you guys how proud I am, all the things that you guys have accomplished over the last 20 years. And having met you guys about 10 years ago, all the growth I've seen you guys accomplish. You're as good as all the people that work there, and it's just an honor to have been with you guys for 10 years, and the 20-year anniversary is such a special thing, because if you only realize how many companies that struggle to try to get there. So congratulations and job well done, and may you have another happy 20 years going forward.
Matt, I love you, baby. 18 years, you and I going strong. You're still the love of my life, and I'm very blessed to have you as my husband and the father of my children, and you're still my best friend, and looking forward to growing old together and traveling and golfing and all that fun stuff. Love you, baby.
I've always known that about him. That's what made me fall in love with Anthony, was just how he treats everybody. From, a doctor to a waitress to his dog, Tuaka, that died. He always treated everybody with so much love and respect. That's what made me fall in love with him.
Michael, so proud of where I've seen you come from, having holes in the wall at the office and fighting with your brother, throwing TVs, to becoming the entrepreneur CEO that you wanted to become, and being able to lead your employees, lead all your other leaders to lead, and make such a strong work-life balance and community and family for all of the employees at Restaurants on the Run. So proud of what you've all accomplished, and thank you for allowing our family to be a part of this, and looking forward to what the future lies ahead with Restaurants on the Run, wherever it takes us. Love you.
Congratulations! We're so proud of you guys. 20 years going strong. You guys did it. You're awesome. We love you. Looking forward to many, many more years together.
Absolutely, more years, and I can't believe we've come this far. Great job. We love you.
I'm so proud of you guys. 20 more to come.
We love you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate everybody that's been on this journey with us. The last 20 years have been fantastic. We've had highs and lows. We've been through multiple recessions, and we've made it through.
I just want to say thank you. Without your hard work, dedication, everything you've brought to the culture, we would not be here today celebrating 20 years.
It has been an absolute honor and privilege to be able to build this company, to grow with all of you. And we just want to say thank you. And we look forward to another 20 years of doing great things.
We are going to hit that BHAG, which is 100 million in the next 10 years. And I'm excited for everybody in this room and everybody in this company. Let's do it, man.